Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Everyday guys. So if you only ever watch one of my videos, let it be this video. In this video I'm going to outline what I think is the best trauma kit an everyday carrier can spend his or her money on. I'm going to switch the view to a top down and I'm going to show you everything that's in the kit. Before I do it, I want to talk to you about the guy who put this together, someone I'm really close with, the main guy at Global Phalanx, Gary Griffin. So Gary's a former combat medic and team leader, someone who has walked the walk. Okay, he's done everything that people speak about. He's got letters of commendation. He's got a torn Achilles tendon, believe it or not, from carrying a wounded Iraqi policeman out of a ambush zone to an extraction zone. That's the type of shit you get medals for. Okay, he's put this kit together, and in this kit, basically, it contains the gear for an everyday carrier to deal with almost the full spectrum of injury you could expect a civilian to deal with, from stab wounds to motorcycle accidents to blast shock amputation, shotgun wounds, handgun wounds, AK-47 wounds, you name it. This kit can deal with it. And the thing I really like about it is it's small. It's something you can chuck in your vehicle, you can chuck in the bottom of your backpack, and you are good to go. Now, guys, the guys from Global Phalanx have already donated $20,000. Global Phalanx, by the way, is an African organization. $20,000 worth of medical gear to the folks over in Ukraine. For every kit sold, they are going to put 100 Rand towards training a anti-poaching unit service member here in South Africa. That's a really big deal. This kit is on my website. Before I go further, the kit costs 3,500 Rand, 3,500 Rand. It is the best price and the best value for money you're going to get this kit for. I kid you not. Also, for the first 10 sold, you're going to get a free EDC for the EDG cap, either in this chocolate color or OD green, depending. You can decide what you want. I'm going to take you through the kit and use the March algorithm as my reference. For those of you who don't know, the March algorithm is used in TCCC to sort of prioritize the mechanism of injury to maximize life-saving capability. We learned this when I did my TCCC course up in Johannesburg a year or two ago. So you'll be hearing me say the word MARCH quite often. MARCH stands for massive hemorrhage, airway, respiration, circulation, head injury, and hypothermia. Okay, so the thinking behind it is you work through those injuries as you are effectively trying to save someone's life, or that is the priority of injury you would work through when you are trying to save someone's life. Let's switch the view and I'll show you the kit. Okay guys, so for scale, I want to show you this. This is the standard P cap, the cap I'm wearing in this video, and as you can see, pretty much covers this trauma kit. So in terms of EDC ability in a backpack, in your vehicle, on your plate carrier, battle belt, that sort of thing, it's definitely doable. The pack also isn't that thick. On the back you do have molly webbing, like I said, not too thick in terms of width-wise. In the front you have a closed off mesh section if you want to store wet things, for whatever the case may be, or just anything you want to store in there. The Velcro on this is like industrial Velcro. Okay, zip-wise, zips have nice long tassels. If you are going to be using gloves, you're going to be good to go. Now, I've packed mine like I like mine packed. In reality, this probably won't be looped through here, but I just wanted to show you guys there is a loop in the center. When you get yours, it might be packed slightly differently, but it will have the same equipment in it. You obviously kit yours out like you want to kit yours out. Okay, let's start off at the beginning. The staple of any trauma kit is the good old-fashioned tourniquet. And as I said, we're going to follow the March algorithm here. So stage your tourniquets correctly, and this type of thing will save your life. This tourniquet was designed by Gary Griffin of Global Phalanx. It has a aluminium windlass. The C-clip has been reinforced. So nice, proudly South African product going on there. We do also have a pen in the windlass if you do want to write down the time of when you applied the tourniquet. So on the March algorithm, we're still on massive hemorrhage. Now we're going to go to our hemostatic agents. This is Selox Z-fold hemostatic gauze. This is the stuff you're more than likely going to see in most people's kits as the hemostatic agent, and this is sort of your I would say your standard acceptable hemostatic agent that's going to be in most trauma kits, this type of thing. Celox is the best, but, or at least in my opinion, but hemostatic Z-fold gauze is what you'll find in most kits. Now, where this kit excels is that you then also get Selox Granules. This is for superficial bleeds, you know, someone gets slashed with a knife, that kind of thing. Using this, you basically tear this open and you pour the granules directly into the wound. So this gives you another option for bleeds that you want to sort of stop in a hurry. Selox Granules. Then you also get the Selox applicator. So what this is, right, and I'm not going to take it out of here, but just bear with me, I'll describe it to you. This is a syringe type situation. You got your tube here and your plunger here, and this has the granules inside it, right? So if you have a situation where you're dealing with a knife wound, someone is going to be stabbed with an ice pick or a key, and it's not going to make much sense to open that wound further to get this into it. You can take this, open it up, put the applicator directly into the wound, and like a syringe, sort of force out the or apply the hemostatic granules. Now, this isn't medically recommended, but I have heard stories where people have successfully used these two things in conjunction. They've actually gotten 4 applications by just pouring granules from here into here. So you're able to basically deal with your standard massive hemorrhage, you know, gunshot wound, massive knife wound, that sort of thing, your superficial but still serious wounds, and then your serious wounds but sort of smaller entry points, like someone being stabbed with an ice pick or a car key, that kind of thing. That is one of the major deals of this kit. It deals with basically all of the massive hemorrhage events, or most of the massive hemorrhage events you could experience as an everyday carrier. Okay, so that is massive hemorrhage. Now let's go to airway, moving on to the March algorithm. So we're done with M, we're moving to A. We have a nasopharyngeal airway. This basically allows you to bypass the airway to, if it's blocked, if someone's on drugs and their tongue is swollen up, whatever the case may be, you can use this sucker and bypass the airway. This obviously goes into someone's nose. So that is airway, then respiration. We're still on the March algorithm, so it's obviously R. You have, let's start off here. This is a twin pack occlusive fox seal, chest seal, right? So you've got 2 in here, and then you have 1 fox vented chest seal. This chest seal, right, if you think of the hyphen vented chest seals, that has 3 sort of channels to vent air effectively. This has, I kid you not, 512 channels. Okay, so this is probably the best vented chest seal on the market as far as I'm concerned. These are military rated, so you can fold them in case you're being worried, in case you're worried about the fact that they folded. These are, you can fold them. It doesn't damage the chest seal. Okay, let's get this down here. Okay, so we've done R for respiration, circulation. That's obviously checking blood flow. You'd basically check the pulse, that sort of thing. And then H is hypothermia and head injury. Head injury, if you need, you've got an emergency bandage if they have to wrap it up. You've also got compressed gauze. This can obviously also be used for blood loss. Obviously, if you are going to use any of the Celox, you can also use the compression bandage to wrap it up and ensure everything is tight. And then for hypothermia, you have a military green emergency blanket. And then a couple of extra things, a pair of gloves, obviously PPEs, very, very important. And then in the back, you have a pair of trauma shears. Guys, that is the whole kit. As far as the kits I've seen, this comes with some of the best gear to combat situations that you and I as everyday EDCers might encounter. I think the Fox Seals and the Celox alone are worth their weight in gold. Obviously a tourniquet, because if you need a tourniquet, you really need a tourniquet. And then the extras, Really, really good stuff. This kit, as I said, can basically take you through the entire march algorithm and supply you with the required equipment to manage and prioritize any injury accordingly. So guys, as you saw, this is pretty much the best med kit I've seen for the money anywhere. And not even just for the money, like pretty much the best kitted out med kit I've seen. And I'll tell you this, Gary and Adrian of Global Phalanx and Kinetic Solutions, besides my dad, there is no two men to whom I would sooner trust my life than those two guys, right? And I asked Gary last night, I said, I want a no bullshit assessment. If you walk out of your house and you know you're going to be in contact, is this the kit you would want with you regardless of money if you could only take one kit? And he said yes. And guys, that's good enough for me. So like I said, guys, on my website, please jump at the opportunity. This is something that you want to invest in, especially in South Africa, right? We are at greater risk than other countries. We are one of the we are capitals of the world. We are one of the most violent countries in the world. I'm really proud to be able to bring you this on my website. And as you guys know, I don't like putting junk on my website, which is why I have so few things on my website. So please go and check that out. I will leave a link down below to the site, but I'll also leave a link down below to some Celox videos to show you what you can do with the Selox Granules and Hemostatic Agents. I can't show it to you in this video because it's too gruesome and YouTube will have a shit fit. So go and check those things out. If you're watching this on Instagram, check the link in my bio. If you're watching on YouTube, it's in the video description. If you're watching on Facebook, I'll put it in the first comments of the post of this video. So go and check that out. Guys, huge thanks to the folks over at Global Phalanx. Please do yourself a favor, do your family a favor, do your fellow everyday carrier a favor and invest in this gear. You can check it out on my website, www.edc4the edg.co.za. That's it, guys. I'll see you in the week for a vlog and next week for another review. Have a good week. Be safe, train hard. Cheers. God bless.